Welcome back to the channel, Newbird Fitness. We're back here again with another video. My name is Shiloh Bryant. We're about to get into another video. If you have not watched the first nutrition video in this series, I'm telling you, go back and watch that one, then come back and watch this one next. Keeping it simple to actually get life-changing results, that is the video for you. On this video, we're gonna go slightly deeper while still keeping it simple. Maybe you still have questions. Yeah, I get everything you said in that video, but what about some of the numbers? What things can I actually do number-wise to start getting the results I want? What are all these different things people talk about? Protein, carbs, calories. What do all these things really mean? How much do I actually need? Unfortunately, a lot of things nowadays are meant to keep you in the same spot by making it overly complicated so you really don't know how to take action to get where you want to be. We're here to change that. We want to keep everything simple because simple gets results. Simple things you can actually stick to for a long period of time, which means you can move closer to your goals step by step. Protein is the building blocks for muscle gain, weight loss, giving you fuel for your muscles to get recovery, and so many other factors. Your carbs are going to give you the energy to fuel you throughout your day. Sometimes people might feel drowsy if they don't have enough carbs until your body gets used to a different way of doing it. But unfortunately, a lot of carbs that most people get are not the healthy ones. It's your pasta, it's your bread, it's your mac and cheese, it can be your pizza, so many different desserts, chips, all these different things. And I'm not saying don't have any of these, but these are some of the heavy ones that are big in carbs. Even a lot of your fast food meals, a lot of time it's heavy on carb loaded things. You can almost think of carbs as starchy items that stick to you that make you feel really full. Your protein is gonna be your meat sources, like your steak, your chicken, your shrimp, your ground beef, some beans, some nuts, and a bunch of different sources like that are gonna be your protein. You can also get protein in the form of things like shakes. And there's nothing wrong with getting protein in the form of shakes, especially when you're a certain weight. It's a little bit harder to get how much protein you really need for the day, but don't rely on it and make that the only source of your protein. We can do another video on that later talking about supplements. In any case, a lot of people are changing all these other things in their diet, and something that a lot of people are lacking is protein. We get a whole lot more carbs than we do protein. And honestly, it's set up that way. It's set up for you to fail, but it's up to you to learn everything so you can go about it a different way. So I want you to focus on two things. Forget all the other stuff for now. You got the first video, and now we're using the building blocks to go to this video. You're gonna focus on your protein and you're gonna focus on your carbs. What should you have based on your goals? If you're looking for that thick, toned, lean muscle, curvy look, what you're gonna want for your protein, let's say you're 150 pounds in weight. Let's say you're 200 pounds in weight. Whatever your body weight is, you wanna look at doing 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you're 150 pounds, shoot for a goal of 150 grams of protein that day. On the lower end, which is still good, honestly, in comparison to what most people get, you can also do 0.70 times whatever your body weight is. So just to keep the math simple, of course, a lot of people are not 100 pounds, but to keep it simple, if you were 100 pounds and you did 0.70 times 100 pounds, you would have 70 grams of protein you were trying to get in that day. If you were shooting for the top end and you were going for 1 gram per pound of body weight, then you would do 100 grams of protein per day. So that would look like my goal is anywhere from 70 grams of protein to 100 grams of protein per day. Based on your body weight, you can see what numbers make sense for you. Now, of course, eating a bunch of protein and not doing any working out at all and not watching any other foods you eat at all, you're not going to maximize your results. You're not going to see the same kind of results you could have if you combine eating right with working out, with getting the proper amounts of sleep and things of that nature. Now, the exact same formula I just gave you for your protein, you can do the exact same thing for your carbs. You can say, for every pound of body weight I'm gonna have no more than 1 carb per pound of body weight. So if I'm 150 pounds, then I'm gonna do 150 carbs or less. Now, when it comes to this, if you do less and you can handle it, do less. It's just gonna kind of speed up the process even more. But if you notice, hey, I've been doing this for a while, my energy is very low, or I have some kind of medical condition or something of that nature, use it sparingly, but having a lower amount of carbs can put you in a certain state where you're actually fast tracking how much weight you can lose, because a lot of the carbs that people eat, unfortunately, are bad for you. Just depends on which ones you choose. People might not realize that I've had people say, all I'm doing is drinking shakes I'm not losing any weight. I'm actually putting on weight. And what they don't realize is even fruit has a lot of sugars in it, which fruit is good for you. But everything you want to do in moderation. If you do too much of it, it could still be a bad thing. So you're drinking a shake every morning, you got bananas piled up in there, you got your pineapples in there, and a bunch of other fruits. And before you know it, you're drinking 60 carbs in one shake. You're drinking 100 carbs in one shake, and you're doing this every day, and some people twice a day. When it comes to carbs, if you can handle it, less is more. I'm not recommending this to you, but there's times when I'm trying to lose weight where I'm under 50 carbs per day, and I'm focusing mainly on getting protein and veggies. So if you don't have any medical conditions or anything that you're aware of lingering, then if you want to be more aggressive, it's up to you. It's your choice based on how you feel and what you're going for. So let's say, hey, you're 150 pounds and you're trying to be a little bit more aggressive. You can say, hey, 1 gram per pound of body weight would be 150. You know what? I'm gonna cut it in half. I'm only gonna do 75 carbs. I'm only gonna do 50 carbs per day. That is up to you. Now, what I will say is you might notice an energy drop. And in most cases, things have to get harder before they get easier. So sometimes that first week could be very hard and your energy levels drops a little bit, but then your body is very smart. It starts to adapt to what you're putting it through. So many people, as soon as they feel a little bit of discomfort, they run and go the other way when it could have been the thing that was the best for you. So keep this simple. Don't change a bunch of this and this and that and all these different things. Focus on just your protein and your carbs. These are the goals I'm looking for this day. And now since you have a goal in mind, now you can be more conscious of the choices you're making. Now you might be saying to yourself, how do I keep track of how much protein I'm having each day? How do I keep track of how many carbs I'm having each day when I'm eating things? If I eat an apple, for example, how do I know how many carbs is in that? How do I know how much protein is in the chicken breast I made at home? Go online, type in Google, 1 apple nutrition facts, or type in 1 apple carbs. It might say, hey, medium-sized apple, might say large-sized apple, and it gives you different variations. And you just look for the thing that fits what you're going for. So if it's an apple and it says, hey, it's 10 carbs or 15 carbs, whatever it is, then you slap it right here on your list, and then you go on to your next thing. Do the same thing with your chicken breast. 1 chicken breast nutrition facts, 1 chicken breast protein, and then write that number down and start being aware of what you're going for. You don't have to change everything else. Just focus on your protein and your carbs for now, and then we'll dive deeper into this on the next video. So if you watch the first video and then you stack that with the second video, well, honestly, these 2 videos alone, you can make game-changing results to your physique. Now, if you combine that with all the different workout advice, the mindset, and other tips we're giving you, it's game over, honestly. It's game over. And this is just the beginning. So much more on the way. New Birth Fitness family, we did it again. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Be back with another video before you know it. Let's level up.